Hey guys, thanks for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you the three components behind creating bangers. So these are content posts that blow up on the internet and result in interesting prospects reaching out and to get on a call with you to work with you. And I want to just thank you before we jump in for watching this video. My name is Ben and I'm the proud owner of Ben McDowell Coaching. We make it unreasonable for coaches to not scale past 10K per month using cutting edge AI systems and $3 per hour VAs so that you don't have to do outreach, you don't have to message anyone ever again. So say goodbye to the DMs. Now I get the question at least twice per week, Ben, how do I start booking appointments for my coaching offer? So in this video, I just want to break down one of the core components behind how one of our coaching clients, Julia, just hit her third 10K per month 10K a month in cash collected through turning her Facebook profile into an organic, systemized, free Facebook funnel. So as promised in this video, I will be sharing with you some of how to build and begin building out your organic sales funnel on Facebook so that you can drive up the calls you're booking from wherever you are to having 10 to 20 calls booked per week, like some people working with us. But before doing this, I just want to show you what kind of results we are creating with some of our clients at the moment. So this is Julia. She just sent me this message the other day that she's just hit her third 10K month in under 6 months from scratch. Like, this is someone that had no audience at all. She's a 22-year-old female coach from Melbourne. She came to us so frustrated. She was hitting less than $2,000 per month in her business. She had no back-end systems, she had no workflows, she had no way of understanding how she would actually scale. So she was just kind of crossing her fingers and hoping for the best. Now, she was relying on doing market stalls and healings like Reiki. And she was doing health fairs to promote herself, and she had no sense of self-value, and she was feeling just tired and disenfranchised. But once we helped her set up her organic Facebook funnel, she felt confident, proud of herself, and that her service was actually valuable. So because of this newfound confidence, she flew to her first 10K month within 10 weeks of joining us. That's like $1,000 per week in the first 10 weeks. Now, every successful organic sales funnel has to have a good content framework going for its content. This is really key. So in my early journey, I was always struggling coming up with content ideas of, what made some people like look and buy off posts, what made people not do that, and like, why do other people get so much better engagement than I do, and why do my posts always bomb? And I was getting so frustrated on myself. So what I learned was, through following a specific method of writing content, I only felt that it would do well by doing that. And I just felt like really I wanted to help people. How do I get my stuff to relate? So the core concept, the core concepts, the components behind every piece of content that blows up, most coaches are not aware of this at all. But if you've ever heard of the adage, first impressions are made within 30 seconds of meeting someone, people really do decide if they will continue reading a post by what they see in the first 2 seconds. And there is a specific order and sequence that people's eyes move in on social media. So first, your audience thinks to themselves, how is this relevant to me? And if they get confirmation from that, then they'll keep reading. And the first place they look is the headline. So it has to call out the audience. The headline must call out the audience. And then what they do is if they find confirmation from the headline, the next thing is that it must capture their attention. The headline must capture their attention. So once it's done this, we need to make sure that we capture their attention with the creative as well and the headline together. So it's a combination. It's like either use a picture or use a video. So always use a creative, either a picture or a video in your content. Pictures give a visual representation of the text. So selfies literally are fine to use just constantly, as long as there's something. So done is better than perfect always, and make sure you just get reps in, like lots of selfies. So these are really good. And always do that. So the headline must be 8 words or less. The headline in the first sentence, it must be 8 words or less. Now, the headline and the copy should also change their beliefs. Now, it should change their beliefs, and the best beliefs to change are the ones that stop the prospect believing they can get success with you, and they should also change their beliefs around getting change, around the problems you solve. Now, if I can create a post that changes your beliefs around your problem in a positive way, then you will seek to have me do it again, again, and again. And if you are asking, you are in need, and that means you will pay me. So take a look at this post that Jules Adair actually put out and see if you can't notice how it A, calls out the audience, how B, it captures your attention, C, it has 8 words or less in the headline, and then D, if you're a leader, which is her niche, it calls out you as the audience, right? And it changes your beliefs. So let's have a look at this. Successful leaders have to get their have to get their blind spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 words. Boom. And it calls out the audience. Calls out the audience. Leaders. So many of us fail at achieving what we want because in most cases the life we want conflicts with the values we have. That's already changing their beliefs. Boom. Captures their attention, changes their beliefs. This means there are holes in our boundaries, creating unwanted situations and behaviors in our lives, constantly changing beliefs. This is like trying to run a race with sandbags tied to your legs. Boom. So this is a really important thing to be actually doing. Now, I think it's important to notice here that you just get reps in and you'll get really good at doing this. So she put out content like multiple times a week, and now she's at this level. But what's important is that you start having movement and start making this content. So our specialty, just going into this briefly, is not working with people that are just considering which online business model they want to go for. We only serve people that have already been taking some kind of action, like creating content or looking for solutions to not knowing how to raise their coaching business specifically. Now, if you'd like an opportunity to connect with me and go a little more in depth in how you can use content creation, this framework specifically, and the larger system in which it is a part of, that scaled Jules Adair, a 22-year-old female from Melbourne, scaled her to 10K per month within 6 months. To scale your business, then you can book a 15-minute walkthrough of how to implement this for free, just from the description below. So with love from us. Now, we noticed that the biggest thing that moves the ball for coaches scaling to the 10K per month mark is solving 2 problems to get 2 main solutions. Now, what's the most important thing? It's building workflows and systems in their backend that generate content consistently, that successfully builds and warms their audience and their market, which Jules Adair takes action on. Now, the systems and workflows required to delegate and automate their outreach to hundreds of leads per day should be getting sent invitations to join your group. Follow you. This is how you need to generate this attention manually to start off. So that way there will be more people to put their hand up to work with you when you give offers. So you are only limited by the amount of eyeballs that are on your stuff. So I know how incredibly frustrating it can be to not have this infrastructure in place, putting so much hard work in, not seeing results and doing so much work. Now, it happened for the first 3 months of my career when I started 3 years ago, posting just inconsistently, DMing people, not really knowing if they were a good fit and just hoping that they would want to work with me, hoping someone would just say yes, and most people end up not even amounting to anything. It's so frustrating and it's such a grind. I know what it's like. Now, the outcome of having consistent content going out each week that warms up your audience and having hundreds of people being warmed up by it every single week is the key to having your business become something you love as opposed to something you resent. And this allows you to feel like you've actually made it. Being able to provide for your family with the income you generate, traveling wherever you want. I'm about to move to Bali Ubud in Bali, and I'm about to just like literally be speaking in retreats, being a truly respected person for the community there, and making loads of money, which is something I also love. Now, what coaches lose out by not solving on these problems is they continue posting without a structure, and it's just general content, and it's not at all consistent. So specific problems that they go through, they have these specific problems such as their audience does not form around them because they're just inconsistent, and they feel alone and like nothing is working. They rely on random inbound leads booking into their calendar, and they're just like racked with this scarcity and this need and this fear. And sometimes they think, like, maybe it's just better to go back to my old job. So all of this conflict they feel. Now, I'm going to be sitting down with 3 coaches this week that are wanting to scale past 10K per month in their business, wanting to take these systems off our hands and put them to work in your own business. If this video sounded helpful for you and you felt like you might like to jump on one of those calls, go ahead and book in a walkthrough call to receive the full process. I'll see you later in the next video. Have a wonderful day.